Brian O'Connor's silver and blue R34. Too Fast, Too Furious. This car wasn't supposed to exist here. It wasn't sold in America. It wasn't legal, and it definitely wasn't supposed to steal the spotlight in a Hollywood blockbuster. Yet somehow, this exact car became the most legendary import in movie history. This is the silver and blue Nissan Skyline GT-RR R34. Brian O'Connor's car from Too Fast, Too Furious. And today, we're breaking down where it came from, why it was chosen, what made it special, how it got that iconic look, and why one single scene permanently rewired car culture. Back in the early 2000s, American car culture had a massive problem. The coolest cars in the world weren't sold here. No Skyline GT or R, no Japanese super sedans with twin turbos, no AWD monsters from Nissan. The R34 Skyline was forbidden fruit. People knew it from Gran Turismo, from import magazines, from grainy VHS clips ripped from Japanese racing footage. And that mystery only made it bigger. So when Too Fast, Too Furious needed a new hero car for Brian O'Connor, something bigger than the orange Supra, the answer wasn't another Toyota. It was the car Americans weren't allowed to have. Here's the twist. The Skyline you see on screen wasn't a studio-built prop. It belonged to Craig Lieberman, the technical advisor for the first Too Fast films. This exact R34 was fully federalized and legally driven in the US, making it one of the first street-tuned legal R34 Skylines in America. Craig bought it in 2001 for roughly $78,000, which was outrageous money at the time for a Nissan. When Universal needed Brian's new car, Craig offered his own. That single decision changed movie car history. Originally, Universal had another idea. They wanted Brian to drive a Dodge Neon SRT F4. Craig shut that down immediately, because if you're trying to convince car people, a Neon wasn't going to do it. The Skyline was different. It had real racing heritage. It embarrassed supercars, and it already had a cult following before social media existed. Brian wasn't just a street racer anymore. He was elite. Under the hood was Nissan's legendary RB26 twin-turbo engine, officially rated at 280 horsepower, unofficially, much more. With basic upgrades, the car pushed over 500 horsepower. It launched hard, cornered flat, and gripped so well the movie crew had to disable all-wheel drive just to make it slide for the cameras. That's not exaggeration. That's how capable the Skyline really was. Then there's the look. Craig's Skyline was originally solid blue. Universal repainted it platinum pearl silver and added bold blue racing stripes. Craig hated the stripes. He famously said, "Who puts muscle car stripes on a Japanese car?" But here's the thing. They worked. The car became instantly recognizable. The silver popped on camera. The blue graphics made it unforgettable. Add a Seas West body kit, a carbon fiber wing, 19-inch HRE wheels, and glowing blue. Underglow, and suddenly this wasn't just a car, it was a character. And then came the opening race. 4 cars, Miami streets, crowds watching, and a drawbridge. Brian hits the throttle, nitrous kicks, and the Skyline launches into the air. Blue lights glowing, engine screaming, crowd losing their minds. That single jump turned the R34 into a myth. Moments later, the car is disabled by an EMP harpoon. Brian is arrested, and the Skyline disappears. 5 Skylines were used in filming. 1 was destroyed in the jump. 1 lives at Universal Studios. The rest vanished into collector history. Back then, these cars cost under $80,000. Today, clean R34s sell for over $200,000. Paul Walker Skylines have sold for more than $1 million. This car didn't just appear in a movie, it made Japanese cars mainstream. It changed Hollywood, and it turned an illegal import into a global icon. Next time, we're talking about a car nobody expected to matter, Jesse's Volkswagen Jetta. The race, the moment, and the scene that made it unforgettable.